Alright, before we get into this video, I have finally dropped some merch. We've got a few shirts on the website, and this one, if you want to go check that out, the link is in the description to my website where you can pick it up, you can help support this build, and get a cool t-shirt in the process. Alright, on the agenda today, we're gonna be welding a lot, and we're gonna finish this middle base and get this thing completely ready to flip it over so I can get all the welds on the underside and just get as much done as possible before more metal comes and I need to put the body on this. So once we put the body on, we'll get cruising. I have a tube bender coming. We obviously have to wait for that to do a lot of the tube chassis, and then I also have the brackets for the front suspension, the front upper control arms, and I still need to design the back. So let's get to welding and doing these final little tubes. So these are the tubes that I'm talking about. I got this one in. This one took so long to get in, probably about an hour, and I had to like bang it in. This one was a little bit easier. I need to do another one right here, which I have the profile drawn out for the first part, and then I also need to find the angle for this once I get that cut out. So these two are tacked in. This is the last bar, and then we do have to do the other side. But first, I think I'm going to weld up these front brackets at least a little bit. I'm kind of just going a little bit at a time just so they don't warp and get crazy. I don't want to put a bunch of heat through them. So we need to weld up these on the inside, and then I also need to do the full outside of here, but we're gonna take it slow and just do the inside and then we'll do the outside. And I need to put some spray on, like weld through primer, before I put this little plate on that we're gonna weld on top as well. Okay, so what I've learned with at least welding, especially like, this is like fairly thin-ish metal, is when I weld the inside, it's gonna warp in, it's gonna pull towards the heat, and that's why I did the inside first, because it really came in, and you can't really see it on here, but this side, like I put this on and it was flush with these side pieces. I welded this outside and it sucked this out. So now you can see like a little bit of a thing of like of the top, and this thing slides in a lot better. Before I couldn't even get this in. This thing sucked in so much. So once I do this outside, this thing will be like perfect where I need it, and then I can finish welding on this top little piece. What I should have done is like beveled this or like cut it so I can see like the tops of this, but I think at the end of the day it's not gonna matter. I'm gonna weld the side of this. Should be fine. Alright, I need to wait for that side to cool before I put the primer on and just minimize the warping once again. So I need to cut this tube out. Let's see if you can see it. So I did a profile on this on one of the spots that I need to cut up to this line. And I use this like profiling tool. It just slips on here, and then you like put it into the corner, and it's like these little, I don't know what these called, needles, I don't even know. It gets you roughly to where you need, and then you just basically fill the gaps that you mess up. But that one's not that great. I know there's another one online that I might pick up that has like sturdier pins that like kind of hold in place. it works well enough. I need to get a tube notcher too. So maybe that'll be a pickup this weekend, is a tube notcher and some other stuff. I don't know. But let's cut this out real quick, and then we need to get the other side, and I'll show you how I get the other side as well. So here I'm just cutting out the pipe, like where the profile is, as best as I could. A vise would probably be a lot better. I need to pick one of those up. I'm just using my chop saw to hold this pipe in. But I'll probably get a bandsaw as well. That might be even easier to like get these more precise cuts. So I've kind of just been using like a spare tube and guesstimating where it's at, and then just going for it. That's kind of where we're at. Now this is kind of what we have. And we just cut it out and hope for the best. So, we've ran into a little bit of a snafu here. This just goes to show that I am not experienced, and we're learning as we go. We're learning new things literally every single day. So, obviously, with this pipe, is when you notch it, like this side, it has to go around the pipe. Now, I got it around this section right here, and I was planning on doing it over here. I got it all profiled out, and of course, my dumb mind, it won't go. So obviously it's gonna hit one of these ends going down, and there's no way to maneuver it around. At least I don't think so. At least in this spot, there's no way to like maneuver it around to get it on both of these pipes. I should have not tacked this in somehow, or tacked it in and then cut it off once I got like the profile and stuff, so I can bang it in all at once. So I had to cut an angle on it to where it goes in here, and then it's just gonna sit on the side. I'm gonna hammer it in a little bit over here so it fits, but yeah, it's just a lesson learned, and we'll apply this on that other side so we can make it perfect. I mean, this isn't the end of the world. I think I'm gonna have another pipe go off around to here, so I think all in all it'll be fine. This isn't like a super structural part of the chassis of the build. These main frame rails are gonna hold majority of everything, so should be fine once we get it all in. But let's clean this up, get it tacked in, and we can see this final result, and then we can bang out the other side. So here's what these welds look like. I mean, they're a little rough. This one's not like terrible. This corner sucks. Right here is like meh. It's not the greatest. Should hold. Hopefully. We'll see. Alright, so we got this final piece in, and I welded up all of the corners where everything attaches, and I say it looks pretty decently good. Other than this pipe, I kind of wish I did go here to here, just so it like zigzags, but I wanted this corner supported more than anything, just because it's like a leverage point, and I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest, but I think it looks good. It's not, once again, this side isn't like structural. Once there's like a roll cage on here, I know it's going to be on this side, so I think overall it'll be boxed in. It'll be a literal box, and all of these pieces connect at some point. So in the end, I think for the most part it's gonna be plenty strong. It'll look decent. I mean, you're not gonna see any of this stuff once the body is on, but I don't know. For my first time, I don't think it looks bad. So I'll show you what these welds look like. They're not great. It's really hard to weld tubes. Like going around them is super hard. I'll show you what these look like, and then we're gonna bang out the other side. Maybe tomorrow. It's like almost 100 degrees here, and I'm like dying, sweating balls. Maybe we'll hit this later. But yeah, let's show you what these look like, and then we'll snap to that side being completely done, because I don't really want to film any of it because it's literally exactly the same as just doing this tube just over and over. And I might pick up a tube notcher for that side because I need one, and I think it'll make things go a little bit quicker. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen a lot of these tools already, but we got some sweet new tools. We got a tube notcher, a vise. We got a workbench, obviously, to put it all on. I got a belt sander. There's like a bandsaw, like a portable bandsaw down here. An air compressor for, let me show you. For this bad boy. This is a tube bender. This is probably what we're going to be using quite a bit. This is from Rogue Fabrication. It's a pretty expensive piece of machinery. It uses a hydraulic and the air compressor to obviously bend it. But this thing is going to be super helpful once we get to making the suspension, the roll cage, basically everything from the bottom up on this thing is probably going to be needing a tube bent. This thing cost me $2,000, so I might try and start a tube bending business or sell this at the end of this build. I don't know. I really want to continue making like custom vehicles, so I would like to keep it if I can. If anyone wants any custom vehicles made and wants to have me do it at the end of this, when I have a little bit more experience, of course, I'll have all the proper tools, or at least most of the tools that I need to build this project and future projects. Yes, they're not the greatest, they're not the best quality tools. Other than this is probably one of the best in this price range for tube benders. So you're going to see this thing being used quite a bit. So if you have made it this far in the video, obviously I have not finished that side yet. I got really annoyed with it. I was waiting on these tools to come, mainly the tube notcher, because that was like the main crutch. But while we were waiting for those tools, we got all of these boxed in. We got the backs welded up. We didn't box them in yet. The underside, we're also going to put one of these plates on top, but we obviously need to flip it over just to make our lives a little bit easier. But now that we have all the tools to get the job done, let's crank out this other side. I can show you how these tools work and how much easier, or hopefully easier, they will make my life. Obviously, I'm not the best at using them. Math is not my strong suit, so let's try and finish this so we can flip it over and get started on welding. Also, our upper control arm brackets are here. I'll show you how these work once we get to this step, but pretty much they're going to be sitting up here just like this, holding the upper control arm on, and then some tubes going down to the main frame rails. But we've got a little bit of a ways to go until we get to that point. So let's get to cutting some tubes. So this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm kind of just figuring this out. I got all my measurements. So this is 54 degrees. I need to cut a straight cut here, but I'm gonna do that last. What I'm gonna focus on is, this is a 35 degree tube notch. So I'm gonna do the tube notch here, and then we're gonna cut 53 degrees off of this corner. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I need to cut it as close as I can to this edge. And then once I have this whole setup done, then we'll go ahead and cut this, but we'll cut it a little bit long so it's a lot easier to shave this side down than it is to shave the tube notch down. So just keep that in mind. So this tube has been the bane of my existence. This is the third tube I've tried to cut and make work. None of the angles that I found worked. I mean, tube notching is hard, figuring out where this goes, what angle this is, and having it all on the same plane, like making sure this is the same angle as this. It's just so complicated, especially when you have to have 3 different angles for one tube. It's really hard, but I finally got this one. There's still a little bit of gaps in it. I'll show you once I tack it in, but there's some gaps to it, and I'm gonna have to fill it. Not as bad as this other one. This other one had a huge gap that I'm kind of just sending it. I mean, that thing's hammered in there, so I don't think it's really going anywhere. But this one kind of needs to be better, so we'll see. Wow. So here it is. You may be thinking, oh, hey, that doesn't look too bad. It's pretty tight. Well, here's what the underside looks like. Yeah. So I think I could fill that gap. We'll try and bridge it together real quick and see what happens. If it doesn't fit, make it fit. We finished up pretty much the entire base of this chassis. I went ahead and did a couple more tubes right here, just for a little more strength. I forgot about them, just threw them in there real quick. They were kind of a pain, but we got them done. We finished that side. Now, I wanted to box in these rears, but I messed up on the plates, so I need to redesign those, order some more. Those should get here pretty quick, and then I need to put those on the back, but we need to flip this entire thing over so I can weld all the underside stuff. But I'm gonna wait to get some help on that, flip it over, weld. I'm probably not gonna show too much of that. I'm just gonna do it real quick and then flip it back over. And then in the next video, I should hopefully be able to put the front suspension on, or at least like get it to where we need it, tack it in, and hopefully we can get it in and see it in the next video. If not, 2 videos from now, it for sure will be. But if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. It really helps. And go check out the merch. Check out some t-shirts. I'm going to be adding some more over the next few weeks. And yeah, see you in the next one.
My car go vroom, my maid got a broom, my house got a room for some rooms with a view. I'm driving real slow like I'm running on fumes. I'm driving real slow like I'm running on fumes. 30 on the dash.